Aroha mai, aroha atu.
Mr Speaker.
Gareth Hughes.
Kia ora, Mr Speaker. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou. Kia ora. In this opening debate of this parliamentary term, I want to acknowledge the historical nature of this government. Our country now has an inspiring new young Prime Minister, someone who represents generational political change, one of the youngest leaders on the world stage. We have a new government which truly reflects the MMP system we adopted all the way back in 1996, our most MMP government we've ever seen. For the Greens, who are proudly the world's oldest national Green Party that traces our roots back to 1972 with the Values Party, it's historical that we have 3 Green ministers and an Under-Secretary in government. For my caucus, it's inspiring and historical to have this country's youngest Member of Parliament, someone the youngest in decades and decades, Chloe Swarbrick, and also the country's first refugee MP, Goras Garman. But most importantly for Kiwis, it's historic because of the policy agenda of this government. This is going to be the government to tackle climate change and inequality to protect our environment. After 9 years, it sure is time for a change. What we saw was an economy which had amongst the highest growth of inequality in the developed world. Low wage growth, low productivity, research and development languishing in the bottom half of the OECD. A housing market that locked a whole generation out of ownership. Hundreds of thousands of cold, damp homes literally making thousands sick. We saw an economy that poisoned our rivers, that saw species threatened with extinction. A government that would throw tens of millions of dollars of taxpayers' money at oil companies to drill, to mine, to frack. And that's why it's so great to have a historic change of government, a new progressive government. I think I can quite safely say this is going to be the most climate-friendly government in our country's history. It's at the heart of the confidence and supply agreement we've negotiated with the Labour Party, and we've set a goal of being a net zero economy by 2050. We're going to introduce a Climate Change Zero Carbon Act. We're going to introduce and establish a Climate Change Commission. We're going to set up a Green Infrastructure Fund. We're going to start working with unions and workers for a just transition to the fossil fuel economy. We're going to start planning towards 100% clean, renewable electricity. We're going to see more electric cars on our roads, solar panels on our schools' roofs. We're going to drive the research and development into sustainable, low-carbon, environmentally friendly ways of running our economy, be it from farming to manufacturing. We're going to be increasing water quality across the country, significantly increasing funding for the Department of Conservation, giving our threatened species a true taonga and something which unites all of us in this country, our love for our environment, our love for our special taonga, our flora and fauna. We're going to see our cities give Kiwis more options for better public transport, safer walking and cycling. We're going to fix the mental health system. We're going to make sure that our school system gives every New Zealand child everything they need to succeed, no matter what their learning needs are. We're going to see women paid more to close the gender pay gap. This is what we're delivering for Kiwis. This is the historical change. There's lots of other things we can point to in this chamber, but it's the policy agenda. Putting New Zealanders, the environment, our climate, our society at the heart of government. It's going to be a pretty great 3 years, Mr Speaker, and I'm looking forward to rolling out these great positive changes for Kiwis. Kia ora koutou.
Thank you. I call Jamie Lee Ross.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and can I congratulate you and the other presiding officers on your election in this Parliament, and I look forward to